Hits you on with get sexual attraction. What is your valuation of sex? And is it serving you? We all have different understandings of sex, when actually very few of them means what the original thing actually is, which is physical sexual intercourse. Now, sex equals Tom Ford, sex equals this porn star, sex equals how you're feeling to this model, sex equals fashion, sex equals all these different things. Sex equals the latest, hottest thing. Sex equals this music video. Why? Because it's what your sexual subconscious, or that which is out of your conscious mind, is feeling as sex. As sex. As sex. It's whatever you are feeling good, feeling sexual and aroused by. Anything that is, you could label as sex. So is your definition of sex serving you? Sex equals inner game. Sex equals game. Sex equals being a pickup artist. Sex equals all these different belief systems. Sex equals immoral sin. Sex equals sex in advertising. Sex equals the latest fashion brand. Sex equals pornography, or how I feel doing this to this cover model, whatever, in your fantasy world. Sex is all these different things. So because your sexual energy is so strong and so powerful already at attracting and manifesting, essentially all you have to do is change your value of sex to attract something new. Why? Because you're automatically attracting and manifesting that which you value as sex. So you got to look at what you're actually valuing on the subconscious level as sex. Just look at the reality around you and you'll see. And it takes some insight to start seeing that, oh yeah, sex before marriage equals immoral sin. Sex equals pornography and masturbation. And you start realizing, wait a minute, where did sex itself actually go in the equation, which is what we think of is physical intercourse. But then that's twisted in all kinds of fun fantasy worlds. And all of this, you go to Las Vegas, our subconscious cannot differentiate where sex is coming from, if it's non-physical advertising for social power or the actual experience. Because when you're going through orgasmic energy, your body is saying this feels like sex. So you attract more of that. What if sex equals physical intercourse was the actual sex? What if that was your definition? Well, it's what naturals have and value as their definition of sex. So guess what? They attract it because they value the physical experience of sex. When you value different forms of fantasy experience, that's what you're going to keep attracting and manifesting. So if you change your valuation of sex on the subconscious level, you will automatically attract and manifest something new, because the physical experience of making out with a woman is very different than the fantasy of it when you've never had it or anything like that. It's a very different value system to value seduction itself, physical seduction, versus all these fantasy forms and all of that, that creates a separate reality. So because these underlying value systems of sex, when you meet physical woman, you can't connect with them because you don't value it. You don't value sex in the physical understanding. You don't value flirting. You don't value her touching you lightly on the arm and what that means. When you value it more than how a lap dance or how this next fantasy porn star or whatever makes you feel, that's when you're going to start getting somewhere with women in the sense of consenting adults. Okay? And there's all kinds of other dynamics with this. There's a lot to say on this subject alone, but we can actually transform your life. You can, if you can change your value system to value something new. So there's a lot of transformational things we can do to get you to a point of power, of confidence, of connection with women in the physical world, the physical reality. But if you never value it, how do you think you're going to attract it? Because you think sex is something else, then you're trying to get somewhere physically with women when what you really do is value more the fantasy. The whole pickup artist seduction industry has their own fantasy dysfunctional values of sex embedded into their belief systems. That's why they have difficulties physically with women. So change your values of sex. You will automatically attract and manifest something new because you are attracting what you value automatically. Your sex energy is already powerful. Your subconscious is already that powerful. Once you get them in alignment, then you will attract and experience something new. So do you really value the physical path of attraction, of seduction, of consenting adults? Start connecting with that, start valuing that. And you will find more physical connection and attraction with women. It's very simple, really. Okay, it's Rion, subscribe to this channel. Talk to you later.